My friend, are you planning on hosting a dinner party that you want to elevate so it feels truly special and memorable for your friends and family? I'm Nicole with the Door on the Table, and I've got 9 super easy touches that are going to help change your dinner party table so that it feels warm, inviting, and oh so special of a gathering for your guests. Let's jump into the first one, lighting. Lighting is so important because it's going to help set the mood, the overall tone and atmosphere for your dinner party. Whether you're looking for something that's going to have more of a warm, cozy, or a cooler, energetic vibe, you want to look at your room and see what you either need to add to it or take away from it. Are you able to dim the lighting? Can you make it brighter? What are you going to be putting on your table? If you're going for that warm and cozy vibe, definitely look at candles. There's something about just that soft glow of them. Now, I tend to really lean into taper candle holders. I love the tall elegance of them, and they don't get in the way of a line of sight the way maybe a pillar candle would. There's also votive candles. Twinkle lights, fairy lights are a great thing to add to the center of your table or maybe around the room, because they're definitely going to give off a different vibe, a different feeling. The other lighting that I'm really loving right now are rechargeable lamps. They're wonderful because you can put them right in the middle of your table. There's lots of different color and style options. Also, if you're somebody who doesn't feel comfortable with candles being on your table or around your room, you don't have to deal with potential dripped wax or open flame. And since they're rechargeable, you can always have them ready to go on an instant. And most of them, you can change the light that's emanating from it, whether it's going to be a cool tone or a warm tone, just by touching the button. I love rechargeable lamps right now. In fact, I have a few of them, and I love putting 2 or 3 of them in the middle of my table and then mixing up whatever else I'm going to be using as my centerpiece. Now, moving on to this next one. The second one is using beautiful glass pitchers or carafes. Because let's be honest, when you are serving a beverage in a beautiful pitcher, people take notice. There's just helps elevate the look of the beverage, whether it's just simple ice water or lemonade or iced tea or sangria. When you're serving it in a beautiful pitcher, your guests are going to notice. It's going to be one of those little touches that they might not speak to, but they kind of notice, oh, that's really cute. Look what she's serving her ice water in. Maybe you even put some lemon wedges in there. It's going to help give that overall look and feel. And it's such an easy thing to do. Now, don't just go fill up the water at the refrigerator. Don't use that plastic pitcher that you use to make your iced tea in. Make sure you get yourself a really nice glass serving piece. All right, along the same lines are serving utensils. I think so often when people are having a dinner party, they're just used to serving the dishes with the spoons or forks that they've used to actually make the dish. You know, those wooden pieces, or maybe they're silicone, nylon, whatever it is. But you don't want to use those utensils that you use to make the food to serve it. So you want to invest in, it doesn't have to be invested in a lot, but you want to get some really nice serving pieces. Whether they're just a nice silver or wood, and then even with your charcuterie trays, using nice cheese knives. Because that serving piece is definitely going to help elevate the overall look and feel for your dinner party. And the next way to help elevate your dinner party is by making sure that everything on your table and in the dining room is in the same color palette or the same style, that it feels very cohesive, that it's not disjointed, it's not a hodgepodge of different pieces. When you have something that all works together and that it all flows, it's going to have much more of a magical, special feeling to it. So if you have questions about creating tablescapes, centerpieces, just setting your table or anything else along those lines, I've got tons of videos listed on my channel. I'll make sure I put links to some of them down below, but definitely check out the playlist because I am sure you'll find some ideas that are going to help spark your imagination and give you some of those tips that you might be looking for. The next way to help elevate your dinner party is by using cloth napkins. Now, I know so many of you love your paper napkins because after your dinner party's over, you can just wad them up and throw them in the trash. But let's be honest, it does not matter how cute the pattern is of that paper napkin. Nothing can really hold a candle to using a cloth napkin. So you can either invest in your white cloth napkins. However, I understand that you might never use them because you're afraid of getting them stained and then having to try to clean them. There's so many other options out there when it comes to cloth napkins. You can get darker ones like these gray ones that are going to help hide any potential stains. Or find some pattern ones that you love with your theme that you've got going on for your dinner party. You know, if you're afraid of stains on cloth napkins like this, you're not going to find them. They're going to be almost impossible to see. Same idea with this napkin. So cloth napkins really will help elevate the overall look and feel of your dinner party, and I want you to highly consider getting a set for your event. Now, my next favorite way to help elevate a dinner party is by using personalized place settings, and the way you're going to do that is with place card holders. And there's so many different options out there. You don't even have to use really a place card holder, kind of like the ones I have in front of me. This one, it's got a little slit at the top so you can put the place card on the top there. This one, actually, you can put a napkin in the middle of, and then the place card sits on top. These simple marble ones, there's a slit for your place card. And this is actually just like a little picture holder that you can put a place card and sit it in there. I've used lots of other options and ways to personalize my place settings. You could use the tying it with twine, adding a little sprig of an herb, or maybe tying on a little note tag on there. There's so many different ways that you can help personalize your place settings. It's gonna make your guests feel so special because they'll know that their name is there at the place setting, that you've invited them, you want them there with you at the dinner party. It is going to be the best, most memorable way to let your guests know that you want them at your dinner party. Now, next idea I have that's going to help elevate your dinner party really has to do a lot more with serving, and that's getting a wonderful ice bucket, something that you can use to help chill beverages, those bottles of wine, champagne, whatever it is that you're going to be serving. I love this one because it actually has an insert that can come out. So I can either use it with bottles or without. But don't use those plastic buckets that you find at your local dollar store. Make sure that you get a really nice bucket because presentation is everything when it comes to hosting a really nice dinner party. Don't forget though, when you're filling it with ice, also add some water. That's going to really help chill the beverages inside faster and keep them cold longer. My next tip for your dinner party is to make sure your centerpieces are low, that they're not going to obstruct the view of your guests. I know those beautiful big floral arrangements are so impressive, but when guests sit down to eat and they can't see across to each other, it becomes more of a frustration than an enjoyment at a dinner party. Guests want to be able to talk and converse across the table with everybody who's there, not just with the person who's on either side of them. So think about your centerpiece. What are you going to be using? Is it going to obstruct the guest view, or is it going to create wonderful lines of sight so everybody can enjoy conversing around the table? And my last one is comfortable seating. This one I think gets missed or forgotten a lot, but look at the chairs that you have. Are they comfortable to sit in? Do you have people who are going to need a little extra padding? Are they going to need to be raised up a little? Who is going to be at your table? Take their comfort into account, and do you need to provide anything more? Do you need to provide a back cushion, a seat cushion? Maybe it's somebody that you know is always cold. Maybe a nice little throw on the back of the chair so they can put it on their lap. Think about chair comfort. Because if you're having a dinner party and people are going to be seated around a table, you want to make sure that they're going to be comfortable the whole time they're sitting around the table. Along similar lines, but not about comfort, when it comes to your chair, you can always add something fun on the back of it. Around the holidays, you want to hang something from it. Do you want to embellish it in some way to help add to the overall look and feel of the theme that you've got going on? Because it's one more piece that you can actually add to. And it's something that you can really create some fun with. Those are 9 ways to help elevate your dinner party table. If you enjoyed my video and the tips I provided, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, a beautifully set table is a gift to those gathered around it. I look forward to seeing you next time here at the table. Bye.